Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert. And tonight I'd like to talk to you about angels, ancestors, and ascension. Actually, it's talk with you, not to you. So I sent out some notices. I was going to be on tonight answering questions from the angels and the ancestors. So while we're waiting for everybody to get on, I have some housekeeping that I'd like to go over with you. So this coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today is 9/22/2020, and this coming up Friday. Oh hi! This coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm actually going to be at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo. So the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo was canceled because of COVID, and they found a place to relocate it. So they're going to be doing this at the Crown Plaza Denver Airport Convention Center. And I know I've told a few folks and they've been a little bit concerned for me. So just know that I'm going to put plexiglass between myself and the client. That way I can see their bright and smiling face and they can see mine. And it's a little bit more protection against the COVID virus. The other housekeeping bit is that this year, the show date hours are Friday 1 to 9, Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 10 to 6. And my intention is to put that information up tonight on toolsofenergyprotection.com. Click on events. I might not get to it tonight. I've had quite a big day and I'm exhausted, but I'll do the best I can to get it up, if not first thing in the morning. So it's going to be at the Crown Plaza Denver Airport Convention Center. So that's way down for me on the other side of Denver. So I'd appreciate if you'd come on out. And I'm also going to be speaking on Saturday, and I'll put that information up as well. It'll be interesting to speak with a mask on, but I'm going to be talking about energy and shifting and how energy affects all of us. And I might even talk about how to get rid of energy vampires. The other thing is congratulations to all of the first graduates of the Spiritual Awakening Academy. Yay! I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and I've ordered some certificates. I should have those in next week and get you those. And for those of you that haven't graduated or those that are interested in taking more levels of the Spiritual Awakening Academy, I will be posting those again. I would like to get that up tomorrow, but by the end of the week, so that you all can register for that if you like. And I will list all the class times, because I know last time we did a couple classes, then we waited a while and had another one, but I'm going to put the succinct dates up. Spirit told me to get them all done in October instead of stretching them out every 2 weeks. So we're going to hit it hard, and I hope to see all of you there and joining me. And I've got a few questions. I'm going to cover that, and then we'll jump right into talking to those ancestors and angels. And when I was coming over to the studio after dinner, they actually started talking to me, and I kept hearing this high-pitched whining, first over here in this ear and first over here in that ear. And I'm like, okay, who's coming tonight? So anyway, let's get on and see who we've got here. I've got Bruiser. Hi, Bruiser. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. So great to see you. Carla, hi, big hugs and kisses to you. Becky, congratulations on the graduation. Cherie, welcome aboard. And Ron, welcome aboard. Oh, that reminds me. So, preciouses that are on here tonight seeing this live, you have the opportunity to get the rest of the tickets. For Heaven's Sakes Books, I've been doing a seance for about 42 people at an event, you know, in the bookstore, and it was like a sold out crowd because that's all the more it would hold for a few years, which was super duper exciting. And I was so happy, you know, to do that and serve so many people. But this year we are actually going to limit it because of COVID. So that means people will be sitting in there 6 feet apart. And the ticket sale went on sale yesterday. And the last I heard, there's 6 tickets left. That's it. It's going to be a live seance, very small group. We're going to be, you know, practicing safety. It's as far as I know, it's the only live seance as far as the bookstore goes for October. And it's going to be on Halloween. So if you want to get in, go to For Heaven's Sakes Books. com and click on events and get yourself registered. Like I said, there's only 6 tickets left, so you got to hurry if you're going to get on there. Let's see, I'm going to get a few more questions. Hi to Ron. Hi, Dawn. Let's see here. Rhonda, hi. Hi, Kirsten, I believe it is. Hi, how are you? And Rhonda, hello again. And Deanna D, mwah. Sister, love it. Glad you're doing well. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to tune in here. Like I said, I had that high-pitched whine in my ear before I came on, and I'm like, okay, you know, who's going to come talk to me? And so one of the things when I am channeling or talking to the ancestors, you might notice my head kind of bobbles a little bit, and that's because of the frequency magnitude. So I don't mean to freak anybody out, but that's the way it happens. So I'm going to get tuned in here. I got cold chills already. And I'm going to talk to you about what I'm hearing. And if anybody in the audience that's watching right now, if you resonate with this, if this sounds like one of your ancestors, then go ahead and jump on here with a question or comment. If not, you know, then it may be somebody who's watching later. I've had that before too. There's a male watching, a man watching. His great grandmother is coming forward, and she's saying that you really need to take care of your health, otherwise you're going to catch pneumonia, which is different from COVID. So it's not COVID, it's pneumonia. So I don't know what you're not doing to take care of yourself, but it feels like a little bit more smoking than maybe is possibly good for you. But again, it's not the COVID, it's just pneumonia. Anyway, she's saying that you're not getting enough oranges, which for a great grandmother, that means vitamin C. She says you're not getting adequate sleep or taking very good care of yourself. So you want to take care of that, whoever this guy is, that his great grandmother, she's the first one in line to jump on board. So that's super, super important. All right, now I'm going to see who's next. Okay, there's a guardian angel for a woman who is pregnant. The angel's indicating that she's 2 months and 3 weeks pregnant. She needs to get a little bit more calcium in her diet. It's super important that you're honoring what your body needs as far as magnesium goes. It's super important to watch your iron intake. Iron intake's not real good. So that's what's going on there. Okay, so I see quite a few have been commenting. Yay, I'm so excited when I get comments. So I'm going to go back up here again. If you're just joining us, I am taking questions, channeling ancestors, also angels. That has to do with the ascension of this planet. And then I'll talk a little bit about more what's going on with the ascension of the planet for those of you that are interested in that. Let's see, I'm going to go back up. Oh, you all are, oh, big hugs and kisses. Oh, my YouTube watchers won't be able to see this, but this is fabulous. I love it when you interact with me and ask me questions. It's amazing, and I love it. Okay, where did we leave off? All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Carla, you're welcome. Let's see, guidance from my ancestors and from my 2 who have passed over friends or angel. Okay, there's 2 who have passed over friends. Feels more like an ancestor. Says you're doing the right thing. Says full steam ahead and to put the blinders on. And so what that means to me is if you put the blinders on, you know, you're really not cognizant of what's going on around you like they used to do with the horses, so that you're super focused. They're talking about going back to New Mexico in March would be a good idea for you. They're saying don't worry about the money, but make sure that you store it up and save it and pockets as you can, and it'll be like a flow of money going back and forth. I feel like you had asked me about Matt. I feel like Matt's coming through, saying that that processing the incoming of the baby is going to be a big shift for you, but it will be a fantastic shift as it's going to lift your business. So that sounds great. He's talking about holistic bottle nipples for babies that have to be bottle fed. So maybe that's something you're going to design. That's cool. All right. Thank you, Carla, for your question. Let's see here. Oh, Becky, you're so awesome. It says the classes are amazing. Thank you for all of your training. Thank you, Becky, and I love you too. And stick close, because you know the next level of the academy, we're going to be learning how to work with DNA to shift our health. So that's super exciting. I haven't got that on the board yet, but it is coming soon. I'm hoping to start that about mid-October. All right, Kelly Baker, hi. Crystal, oh, it's good to see you. Rosemary, hi, Rosemary. Let's see here. Jessica says she would love to hear from her ancestors. Okay, Jessica, go ahead and focus right now in your mind on the ancestor you'd like to hear from. This is a great-grandmother from the father's side. I don't know if your grandparents are still living, but there's nobody closer than that. This is the great-grandparent, father's side. It's telling you to really look into your education. So I don't know if you're in the process of getting education or you're desiring to get it, but there's definitely something missing in that educational link. So I don't know if you need to seek more to get to the level you want to be, but there's also some financial help that you can get. I know if you're going to go to colleges, sometimes trade schools will give you financial help, so keep an eye open for that. You might have to seek that actively. And also, Jessica, if this is part of what I'm hearing for you, I'd like for you to reach out to me later. There's somebody that's coming in, feels like a mother figure, but not quite a mother figure, and there's some abuse going on. So I'm not sure if this is you or a close friend, but there's some abuse going on and it needs to stop. So Jessica, if you want to reach out to me, I can help you, maybe to get you some assistance that you may need. If it's a friend or something, then that's okay too, but that's what I'm getting. Thank you for your question, Jessica. All right, Rosemary again, hi. Okay. Rhonda says, this is so awesome and caring of you. Oh, Rhonda, my pleasure. Actually, while I'm waiting for a few more of you to post questions, I'm going to take Rhonda's comment and run with it. So Rhonda, for those people that are just joining or learning about me, I was a co-owner of a ghost hunting company for about 4 years, and went out with my partner, beautiful woman. We would go and clear entities and ghosts from people's homes because we wanted them to be free and to progress in their lives and separate the human, beings from the spirit beings, so everybody could have their space and be in harmony. Some of them didn't want to go home, and they got left behind, they got left in the house or wherever they were. But in doing that, it opened my abilities to be able to talk to deceased people, entities, spirits, angels, and all kinds of things. And at first I didn't know that I could do medium work. And then a client came to me because her sister had passed, and they were young women, and she was missing her very badly. And I'm minding my own business, clearing energy, talking to her, and a woman comes out of the blue and starts talking to me, and I'd never had that before. So I opened up to it, told the lady what I was hearing, and it turned out to be her sister. And although she cried, and I felt bad that she cried, what I learned from her, my client, was that it was a way for her to connect to somebody she didn't get a chance to say goodbye to, very therapeutic. So ever since then, I've agreed to do medium work, and I love it. It's amazing. All spirits are different, just like people, and some of them are really quiet and don't say a word, and some of them I can't get to be quiet. So you're welcome, and I love it. It's a passion of mine, although I teach empaths and highly sensitive people, how to protect themselves, but this is a passion. So thank you, Rhonda, for that segue. Dawn. I'd love to hear any messages that are meant for me. Dawn, the first thing I'm hearing for you, I don't mean this to sound rude, but it almost sounds like a man coming through. It feels like a father figure, could have been a grandfather. He goes back and forth between wearing overalls and then almost like an old style business suit, like 1854. And he says you need a different job. He is not happy with the job you have. He says you're better than that. And again, I don't mean it to sound rude, but when these beings talk to me, or spirits, I promise to tell you what I'm hearing. But that's the message, that the job you have isn't honoring you. It's not good for you. It wears you out, and you don't make enough, and the people don't appreciate you. So I hope that makes sense. All right. Next, Tanya, let's see what you've got for me. Oh, good grief, girl. What did you put on here? Let's see. Let's see if I can push see more. Just a second, Tanya. Let's see if I can bring it up on my other computer. It just... Okay. Let's see what we've got. If I can get you on my other computer, Rhonda, I can probably see what your real-time question is. Let's see if I can get this going. Has anybody else had problems with their internet this last week? Like it was slow and you knew you paid the bill, you know, but it was just really slow. I mean, that was something I'm seeing coming up quite a bit that I'm not real happy about, but so it is that time. All right, let's see if I can get your comment picked up here. Okay. See if it'll get... Okay, I'm sorry, Tanya, it's not showing me but the rest, but what I can see, it says I need guidance on this spiritual person I have met, have a minor connection, great energy. That's all I can see, and it says see more, and it's not letting me click to see more on my camera. Sorry, Tanya. But the guidance of the spiritual person you've met, let me connect into that person. Let's see how spiritual they are. Okay, so the person you've connected with is connected spiritually. Their guides and angels are right at the universal consciousness level, a little bit below that. And what that means is it's okay to be connected there. When you're connected in the universal consciousness, you can tap into a lot of things, but there's so many levels above that that you could expand into. So they're not at the tippity-toppity level, but they're close. So about close being halfway up. They've got some spiritual work to do on themselves, but who doesn't, right? So no finger pointing, Tanya. But that's it. If you, like I said, if I might be able to text you here on the Facebook replay if I can get more of it. Okay. And then Deanna D, we're rocking it, girl. I'd like to know if there's any messages from my angels. One moment. What they're saying is that you have some health issues. They're not prevalent right now. You may not be able to see them, but they're coming up. You'll be able to rid yourself of them if you remember to drink more water. Watch your iron intake. They're saying this is nothing to run to the doctor about, but you've been running yourself down. So I'm not sure what you're doing every day, but if you can slow down a little bit, take care of yourself and practice some more self-love. There's something about a car interesting. There's something from your angels about a car in 2017, which would be in the past. So if you have a car from 2017, there's something wrong with the motor, so you might want to get that checked out. It doesn't feel right. If you don't get that fixed, it's a hose. There's a hose below the engine block on the right, on the right-hand side. And if you don't get that fixed, it's gonna be too oh, I can't think of the word. It's too pliable. So the hose that goes around and carries some liquid in through the motor, and if you don't get it fixed by the time winter time comes on, it's going to just crack apart and you know, maybe get a hole in it, and it won't run well. So make sure to check the hoses. You can take that into a shop and get them to run it and check them fairly easily. And that is your messages. Thank you for asking. Rhonda says, are there any other messages from... Are there any messages from my guides or angels? One moment. Wow. Okay, Rhonda. What I'm hearing is that there's some people in your family. It feels like parents that really wanted to show you more love in your life, and they just couldn't. I don't know why. I don't know if they were busy working or just absent because of things that happened in their lives. You know, you can be with your family physically, but sometimes you're mentally and emotionally absent because of, you know, past trauma. But these are your deceased loved ones, and they want you to know that they really did love you, and they're sorry they didn't show it more. So I hope that resonates with you. The only thing about doing this on Facebook Live is that I can't hear your responses. Like when I do seances or when I do medium work, I can hear your responses and know whether I'm spot on or not. So I'm seeing a bunch of hearts. I'm taking it that I'm spot on. Just a reminder that the For Heaven's Sake books, if you go to FOR Heavens with an S, sake, actually it's For Heaven, singular sake.com, and click on events. You're going to find that October 31st, I'm listed as doing a seance. It will be in person. I think it's one of the only in-person events like this in Denver that night. And the last time I checked, there were only 6 tickets left. And because we have to space people so far away from each other, we can't have that many people in the building. So if you are wanting to do this live and in person and looking to get out on the 31st for an adult activity, you might want to jump over there before they're all sold out. Okay. Let's see here. Rosemary, what are my ancestors saying? Rosemary, the first thing I heard was, you go, girl. You know what you're working on right now and what you're working against, and your ancestors are like, go for it. And your angels say you will be blessed every step you take forward. And everything that you ask for will be granted to you. It's just going to take a while, one step at a time. It's what they're saying. So be sure to stand up for yourself. Take the narrow path and ask for what you desire. If you're told no, ask again or ask in a different way. I'm hearing that you might have to change legal representation a couple of times to find what you're looking for, but don't take no for an answer. All right, Polly is watching. Hi, Polly. Hi. Oh, big hug, Polly. Yes, it's been a crazy week, and it's only Tuesday. I love it. Christy. Oh, big hugs and kisses, Christy. I miss you. I miss seeing you and the horses. Let's see. Tanya, thank you. She says you're amazing. Thank you. Kelly Baker, hi. Whoops. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I'll get back to Becky here just a second. I did bring my water. A lot of times I get down here and I'm not drinking enough. I tease my students, tell them it's the good vodka. Anyway. Becky says, would love to know what the ancestors and angels want me to do with all the knowledge you've shared. Becky, you have a beautiful profession. And what I have shared with you, the tools I've shared with you, your ancestors want you to incorporate them in your everyday life. That's why we got together. So you could absorb everything from the Spiritual Awakening Academy as a daily practice, and then take that to work with you so that you can do your job more efficiently, more easily, more effortlessly without having people drain your energy. When you feel drained, we learned how to clear the Akashic records, then just make a list of what drained you for that day and then clear the energy around the records, and it will become less and less. So you'll become more powerful. Hi, Jill. How are you? Oh, Kelly. What's happening? Oh, Stacy. Big hugs and kisses, Stacy. I'm so excited that you were on your own live tonight. You are rocking it, girl. We have got to talk soon. I so love that you're rocking it with your own business. Tanya, thank you for sharing. Kelly, you're welcome. She says, thank you for all that you share. You're absolutely welcome. Rhonda Belden, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I'm so glad you joined us. Let's see if we have anything from your mom. Hold on. Let's see what we've got. Rhonda, I'm not getting anything from a mom figure, but I am getting something from dad. And I have got goose pimples on my goose pimples. He says, whatever it is that you've been doing recently, he says you're doing it right. You've taken great strides since he's first known you. So I don't know if that's your whole life or, how long he was in your life. And he wants you to keep striding forward in your life and don't settle, don't give up. So apparently you're at a position where you're wanting to settle out. A lot of us, when we get older, we just want to settle right where we are and stay there. And he doesn't want you to do that. He wants you to keep going. He says, don't be pushy, but just keep going. Because whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to get there. He says you're going to be successful. He's like, COVID schmovid, don't worry about it. Keep moving forward. So that tells me you have something really beautiful to contribute to the world. Don't look back. All right. And again, sorry, nothing from mom, but when I open up to talk, I don't always get the people want to talk to. So let's see here. Susie, hi, Susie. How are you? Tracy, hey. You still have Sally in your house? That's funny. Back in the day, I used to go to people's homes and do seances in people's homes for family and friends and stuff. I don't travel so much anymore, simply just because COVID, but I am still open to doing that kind of thing. So I love it that you still have Sally in your house. Put some water out for her, maybe a cookie. All right, let's see here. Christine. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. Okay, let me see if we have anything for you, Christine. Okay, Christine, I feel for you, I'm hearing babies. This is more from your guides, and I'm getting cold chills big time for you too. If you've maybe, if you've lost babies, if you had a miscarriage or just something to do with babies. Babies can also be dogs. Some people have children that are furry. But I feel that's what your ancestors are steering you towards, is taking better care of your relationship with your babies. Again, I don't know if it's horses or dogs or cattle or, I don't know, or real baby, real human babies. But if you feel the urge to reach out to me, we can always, if you have had any children that you've lost in utero, we can cross them over to the other side. That is something I do pretty much on a regular basis. I have a lot of women come to me that have had that, and they just want to make sure their babies cross over. But that's all I'm getting. Oh yeah, Christine, one more thing. There's a relationship with a male. Your guides are calling him a boy. So I'm assuming that maybe he's not as mature as you would like. And that relationship just feels real rocky. Feels like December, you're going to know one way or the other what you need to do regarding that relationship. All right, let's move on. Tracy Luker. Messages for you. Steady the course. Your guides are saying steady the course. Open your heart. Be more loving instead of shielding yourself so much. So what your guides are saying is that you're going into situations where your hand, is like a shield over your heart, and you're guarded, and you're going into those relationships like you want to punch somebody, to try to hit them before they hit you emotionally. So I'm going to ask you to back off of that and just be. Let that person approach first. Let them say their piece, and then you say back to them something that's more stabilizing and less inflammatory. I hope that makes sense. They're saying that for the next 3 months, this is going to be a challenge, but to rise and meet it, and it will be worth it. They also say you have another grandbaby on the way. All right. Let's see. Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. How are you doing? Okay, let's see what we've got for you, Cynthia. Oh, good. More people are joining. Welcome aboard. Okay, hang on a second, Cynthia. You were, and this is Cynthia Russell. Cynthia, you've got some gifts. I'm hearing that you're clairvoyant. And I'm hearing that your work and your career doesn't allow you to incorporate that in your day-to-day work. So, welcome aboard. If you feel like you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, or whatever, and you're needing some guidance on how to bring those tools into your life, how to empower yourself, especially in these times that are so weird, I'm more than happy to have you join the Spiritual Awakening Academy. Again, I will be posting, at least by Thursday, I will be posting on toolsofenergyprotection.com the next enrollment opportunity for the Academy. And I can teach you how to shield yourself, use your spiritual divine gifts to help you and others. That's why they're given to you as gifts. So that's what I have for you. Sorry, there was nothing from your dad. This is more about focusing on what you have as a spiritual gift and how you're not using it in your work, how you can incorporate it, whether you join the Academy or not. I hope you find your way there. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, you have got some pink hair, girl. It's just beautiful. Looks like my guides are taking my camera off kilter here. There we go. Sarah, it says you're going through a difficult time and just want to make sure that you made the best decision. What I'm hearing in my head, Sarah, is the word separation. I'm hearing that you're having a hard time giving a go of it. There are going to be some financial hardships, but you will get through. You will persevere. So, Sarah, your guides are telling you to focus on what it is that you have to do and to make a list out of what you need to do either every day or every week and stick to the list because it'll keep you going. They also say you need more rest, so please find a safe place where you can sleep. I feel like you have children. Again, it could be physical human children or animal children, but I feel like you have children that you're nurturing and caring for, so make sure that you have stuff poured into your own cup before you pour it into the others. And if you would like to reach out to me, Sarah, even just a text message here on my Facebook page, just, usually on Facebook you can click, up here and to Deanna Gloyd, and then there's a place to message me. Feel free to reach out and we can talk about it some more if you like. And let's see here. Thank you, Sarah. And I will ask your angels and guides to be with you. Sarah, I'm not sure about your mom, if she is alive in this time or if she's part of the problem. I don't know. But your guides are saying you need to straighten things out with your mom. So, like I said, feel free to message me. Kelly, hi, beautiful. What's happening? All right, let's see if we can get a message for you going. Okay, Kelly, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is for you to focus on your family life, your children, your relationship, and the family life thing is really interesting for you because when I say children, it feels like you don't have any biological children, but you may have had people that you mothered or mentored. It's a really weird kind of energy. So I'm not sure what that means. Maybe nieces, nephews, but to really become more part of a family situation. There's some things coming up where you're going to exchange things with those type people, you know, help each other out. I feel it's not money, but more just like things and cooking. I feel like there's a lot of cooking involved in your future. And it's more about just sharing meals with people. So that's what I'm getting for you tonight. And maybe we'll see you soon, maybe in the academy. All right. Let's see. Tanya says she's a no, she's a mess. I love you too. Okay. Kelly Chan. Hi, Kelly. Nice to have you join me tonight. I'm not sure if you have any questions, but I'm going down through the feed. So if you have them, pop them right here below. And Deanna says you're welcome. Yes, you're welcome, Deanna. She says thank you. Tammy Leonard. Hi, Tammy. I'm so glad to see you tonight. Jill. She has a fantastic question. But before I go to her fantastic question, little shameless self-promotion. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to be in Denver at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo, and I will get the times and dates up on toolsofenergyprotection.com, and you click on events. But more than likely, it will be tomorrow because I am exhausted today, you know, and I get as much done as I can in a day, and then I go to bed. But it'll be at the Crown Plaza Denver Airport Convention Center, and I'm not sure what all the rules are there. I know they're going to be taking precautions, a mask, and I'll have some plexiglass up. And these sessions this year, they've been $20, 20 minutes for years. This year, they're $25 for 20 minutes. And in between, usually I run clients back to back to back every 20 minutes, but this year I'm going to be running them pretty much every half hour because I want to take time to clean in between each person and honor everybody's safety. So, you know, please do come if you would like. I'll be speaking on Saturday, and again, I'll put more information on toolsofenergyprotection.com. And I know that you all are loving and gracious. You know, when I tell you I'm exhausted, you know, it's just because I've been working, running the energies, you know, all day and marketing and stuff. But anyway, and that's enough about me. Let's go on. Jill says, why am I nauseous all the time? Okay, Jill, get closer to the camera. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. I'm kidding. Because you're pregnant. No, just kidding, Jill. I can hear you laughing from here, girl. So let me just double check before I open up my big mouth as to why. A little comedy in each and every show. Okay, why is she nauseous all the time? Okay. Besides Jill, if you're watching, I'd like for you to listen up. I know you're waiting for your turn, but listen up because Jill has a perfect question. Right now, the frequency on this planet is changing, and I've talked about that in a lot of my videos. If you want to see those videos, either go over to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on one of my videos there, and it runs in YouTube, and then you can go to the YouTube channel, or you can look under contact, or just type my name in YouTube. But I've been talking about for months are these energy shifts. And you can look on the blog for a big picture. It looks like blues and greens and things running down the page if you want more information. But the science is that there's a bioelectromagnetism that is changing on this planet very, very quickly. And because of the changes, it affects our bodies and our minds. It affects more than that, but that's simplistic. And so, Jill, the reason that you're feeling so nauseous all the time is because your energy is shifting because of this electromagnetism pushing in on your physiological body. And the food choices, your guides are screaming in my ears that the food choices are not honoring your body. So that doesn't mean, and I'm going to say this, Jill, this is not you, but other people are listening. That means if you're eating a lot of sugar because you're stressed out, that's usually a go-to for a lot of Americans because it makes them feel high and it stimulates a certain part of the brain that makes them feel good and pleasurable. I'm going to tell you, cut it out. Seek fruit sugar, you know, stevia or something, because pure cane sugar is a big, huge toxin to the human body, and especially this time of year, because it weakens your immune system when you eat a lot of sugar. And that's why people get colds and flus this time of year, or starting into November and December, because it's Christmas and it's the holidays and we're baking and we're using a lot of sugar and we're cooking. You know, you can get stevia and use just a little tiny bit of stevia. I mean, little tiny bit. You know, if it says like a cup in the recipe, you can use a tablespoon or a teaspoon and you're good. You can look up the ratios on the internet for yourself. But you know, this is simple human physiology. But I used to always have problems with sicknesses and colds and flus, you know, right around November and December, and couldn't understand why. Well, I live in Colorado, so it'd be hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And your body is trying to deal with hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, right? And it's going back and forth. And if your immune system is shot because you've eaten too much sugar and your adrenals are going up and down, you're in trouble. Okay, this is basic science. If you do not believe me, when you get done with this video, go look it up for yourself. Look what sugar does to the human body. It also dehydrates. Hello. So anyway, that was for other people. Jill, for you, what's happening is whatever you're eating. I feel like you're eating a lot of vegetables. I feel like you're eating pretty well proportioned foods, but there's something in the meat you're eating. So I don't know if you're not getting pure, you know, grass-fed animals. I don't know if you're buying, I can't say the name of the company, they might get mad, but there's a company that sells meat very cheaply and inexpensively in its store that's part stuff and part food. And some of that meat is really, really super cheap, and it's laden with all kinds of chemicals. But whatever that is for you, Jill, if you want to private message me too, feel free. There's something you're eating. It's not agreeing with you, and it's hanging up in your lower intestines. So drink plenty of water, get some greens. You can get them over the counter and put them in a smoothie or something. And that goes for the rest of you too. All right, but that's why I'm getting your nauseous all the time. Big hugs and kisses. All right, Genesis. Hey, Julie. Nice to see you, Julie. Let's see here. Genesis says she's late. Genesis, that's all right. I'll hang out. You know, I'll wait on you. Got a little good vodka here. Sorry, it's water. So let's find out what's going on for you, Genesis. Okay. So I'm getting for you, your angels are saying that you have a bigger life meaning than what you've been letting yourself live. So whatever you're doing now is not what you're supposed to be doing. There's a bigger purpose for you. They're saying it's weighing heavy on your heart and it's causing you money problems. So money problems could be anything from not making enough money because you're not in the right position to you're fretting, you're worried, so you go out and you binge shop, you know, like some of the rest of us do or used to do. So that's what I'm getting for you. I'm going to encourage you to work out or get some form of exercises for 20 minutes a day every day for the next 12 months. I'm seeing there's some issues coming up for you about a year from now in your health if you don't start getting some sort of movement. You know, in all logic, I'm going to say check with your healthcare provider before you jump into something. But yoga, stretching, something, get it moving, girl. Because if not, it's like I can see part of your body begins to slow down, and it causes some issues there. So if you want to know more details, let me know. Thank you, Genesis. All righty, Christine. Hi, Christine. How you doing? Let's see what we've got for you, Christine. Christine, you got some challenges in the love department. I don't know what's going on in your life, but your love department feels like fire and ice. So, and I'm not sure if you just have a super passionate relationship with somebody you're in love with, or your love life's going up and down. But you got too many hot and cold things going on in there. So you might want to take care of that. All right. Oh, good. Rhonda says, thank you so much. She needed it. Thank you. Each and every person that I read for, if you put down in the comments, thank you, or that I hit a bingo or something, it's always nice feedback for me. Otherwise, I don't know, because the camera's great, but it's only one way. So thank you so much for that. Hi, beautiful Susie, Kelly. Let's see what they've got for you. Let's see here. Okay, Kelly, what I'm getting for you is that you're seeking recognition with some people around you that don't seem to be recognizing you right now. It's because they're dealing with their own crap. These are family members, so just kind of back off and be solid. And remember to do your clearing work that you learned in the academy. You know you can turn that stuff around by clearing energies, okay? And reach out to me still if you're having the same issue as when you graduated, because I know that you were experiencing some unpleasantries there. So if you're still having that, reach out to me and we'll get together. All right. Brenda, I haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back. I hope things are going good for you, girl. Oh, how are you? Okay, let's see. Brenda. Let's see here. Oh, Brenda, I hear you're rocking it. Okay, your angels are saying, no, actually your ancestors are talking about your career choices. Your dad's mother, yeah, your dad's mother's talking about your career choices, and she says you have more power than she did when she was alive, and she feels like you're not using it to its fullest extent. And that's true, ladies. If we think about the history of women, we have been put down and made second-class citizens for a long time. And, you know, I do the best I can not to be political, especially on here, because I love everybody, and the desired outcome is to help as many as possible. But I will tell you that I do have one pet peeve I was talking about to somebody today. And, you know, I have gentlemen, many gentlemen clients, and I value and love each and every one of you. However, you don't know what it's like to be a woman till you've been a woman. And it's not too long ago that women were given the right to vote because other women stepped up and said, hey, you know, we've got brains too, and we can make choices. So there are still some religious organizations, one that I experienced personally, who women are not allowed to vote in their church. You know, if there's something they want to change, only the men can vote, and the women can tell their husbands, you know, what they want or what they prefer, but they can't vote. They have to let their husbands do it for them, and that just really rubs me the wrong way. Like I said, small soapbox. I've made over 200 videos just like this. You go back and watch them, you probably won't ever hear me say this before, and maybe never again. But, you know, it's not easy to be a woman, and I'm a single parent as well, and I run my own business. And I recently talked to a mortgage broker about buying my own home. And I was told that because I run my own business and because I'm a woman and because I'm a single parent, my chances of getting into my own house were very, very small. Because what was against me was I was a single parent, but for me was child support. And because I was an entrepreneur, they saw that as not being a viable, like if you have a regular 9-to-5 job, like regular 9-to-5 job, people can't get fired, you know? It's like, anyway. So God will help me. I know he cares for me, he loves me, and he leads me each step of the way. So I know as the time is right, I will, you know, be able to finance my own house. So anyway, off my soapbox. Mwah. Enough about me. Let's move on. Brenda, good to see you. Polly, are there any messages for you? Oh, somebody sent me a tear. Thank you. Oh, thank you. No, I don't mean that for tears. I just want to let you know that, you know, even in the 2020s, it is not easy to be a woman. But thank you for your love and your tears. Just send me, you know, good, positive, loving energy. And, you know, my client base is growing, my business is growing, and I know God is leading me in the right direction, and I know I'm getting there. But thank you. Oh, you guys are going to make me, and gals are going to make me cry. Okay. Well, nobody can make you cry, but it's very touching. Thank you. All right, Polly, you have got to get your glands, you know, right up in here, your glands are off. So there's several different infections in your body. And I'm only saying that to Polly because she and I know each other, but there's some infections you got to get straightened out, and watch your wheat. I want you to also watch in the line for barley, because there's barley in some of the products you're eating, which is kind of weird, but whatever that is, the barley's not being grown right, and it has like kind of like an algae on it, and that's getting into your food and causing you some issues that you're not even consciously aware of. So go through your cabinets and watch what you're eating. Okay, Holly. Hey, Holly. Nice to have you aboard. Welcome. Okay, Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining. Stacy. Want me to get a gathering together? Well, you're here next month. Ah, Stacy! I love Stacy, and she is sharing my secrets. So this weekend, of course, I'll be at the Body Mind Expo at the Crowne Plaza in Denver, Colorado. And then one of my beautiful, loving friends, her child, who is now a very handsome young man, is getting married. And my desired outcome is to travel to Texas and be a part of that celebration. So we'll have to get together, Stacy. I think I would like for you to put one together. I need to see what the dates are. And of course I got to pass through, you know, and see Dad while I'm there. So Stacy, I love you. But yes, a gathering next month would be good. Oh, messages from your team. What you're doing on Facebook Live is really good, but jump over and start posting stuff on YouTube. Because there's a bunch of money to be made on YouTube, and you're not fully engaged with that. So that's your message from your team. Oh, and yes, and a message from me. Give Kevin a hard time for me, will you? All right, Kelly, you asked if I had a message for you tonight, and I think I already gave you one. So put another comment in there if I'm not right. Jolynn, hi. Oh, you have a sunflower in your face thing. I love sunflowers. Great to have you aboard. So glad to see you tonight. Let's see here. Oh, Brenda, we have got to get together. She says that her husband passed away this past March. So I just take a moment to tell you, Brenda, that I am very sorry for your loss. And instead of going into things here publicly, let's get together. I do have, if you go to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on sessions or appointments, you're going to see a listing for 3 different ones, and there is one called Coffee Talk or Coffee Chat, and it's free. So Brenda, please go get yourself a spot where we can chat together, and anybody else who would like to talk to me privately. It's called Coffee Talk, Coffee Chat, and you click on there and you can register yourself for free. And if you can't find a time that works for you, just message me here on Facebook, or if you have my cell phone, you can message me there. Jolene, I didn't see a question from you, beautiful, so I'm glad to have you on tonight. If you have a question, post it down below. Okay, Brenda, I am so sorry, honey. Well, let's talk, okay? I'd love to give you a big hug, so I'll have to just send you an air hug. But it sounds like what your guides were telling you earlier. You've got a beautiful gift, but it's time to get out there and use it. Susie, she says, is there anything I need to know? Yes, Susie, whatever house you're living in, there's like a grassy area, a back pasture, if you will. And I'm feeling like that there's a growth out there on a plant. It feels like, I know it's not literally algae, but I'm kind of limited on what I know about plants, but there's something in the back there that's growing. And if you have any critters that are grazing off that part of the house, you need to really watch it, because it's not good. It's kind of white and pasty feeling. Other than that, they say your bank is good, whatever that means. Let's see here. Sarah, let's see here. He is proud of you. Not sure what that's referring to. Oh, Tracy says her ghost is crazy. Gotta leave her something fun. Tell her, acknowledge her presence. Tell her that you love her. You're welcome, Rhonda. Let's see her. Kirsten. Kirsten, nice to see you. Do my ancestors have any messages for me? Just a moment, Kirsten. Kirsten, please forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met because I don't recognize your name. So please forgive me if we have, and I just don't remember. But Kirsten, you feel like you have an ancestry that is more Native American or some kind of an ancestry there. It feels like a kind of a Cherokee or more of an Eastern seaboard kind of inheritance. And in that, I'm being shown like a medicine circle that you can do. It's like a grid. You might want to look that up in your home to help keep out evil spirits. So I don't know if people have been feeling sick or poorly in your house, or there's a lot of fights or something going on, but get that circle and put it near your front door and put another one in your bedroom. So I'm not really sure what those are because that's not something I study a lot, but it's there for you if you desire it. Okay. It looks like Nahali, I believe. Nahali, I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for coming on board tonight. Jolynn says, any messages from family or guides? What direction for the future? Okay, Jolynn, let's see what you've got there. Okay, what I'm hearing, Jolynn, is the word raw, and I wanted to know if it was raw like foods or if it's raw like something is fairly new. And what I'm hearing is there's something fairly new that's happened in your family, and it's a situation. So things are still raw. So like there was a blow up in the family or a disagreement, something just not right, but it's gonna get better. I hope that's hitting the nail for you, because I know there's a lot of people in the room tonight. But it just feels like there's some healing that has to be done, and you're going to get there. The whole family's going to get there. And I hear jobs are on the way. So I don't know what that means to you either, maybe family members, but I hear jobs are on the way. I hear children's needs met, emotional needs met. I hear prayer. So if you're not praying or speaking to Spirit, God, or Source, you might want to do that on a more regular basis. And I also hear Psalm 33 in my head for you. So go check out Psalm 33. I don't remember exactly what's on there. All right. You're welcome, Becky. You're awesome. Let's see. Magria, I believe. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but Magria, thank you so much for joining. If you have a question, place it down below, but I'm so glad you joined me tonight. Tracy, hi Tracy. Yes, I miss you too, girl. We got to get together. It has just been crazy between homeschooling and trying to learn what they're going to do, sending the kids back to school in October and everything else. It's just been nuts, but I love you. I miss you, and we'll get together soon. All right. Oh yeah, Tracy, private message me if you're doing t-shirts, because I'm thinking I'd like to have some printed up for the Academy. Cynthia Russell, you are welcome. Here you are, Magria. It says anything for me. One moment. Magria, if you're hearing me, even if it's in the comments yet that I haven't got to, if you could post if this is ringing true, but what I'm getting for you is that you're having challenges with love and children. So it feels like that there's some things going on with children in your life that you're attempting to work with or work through, and it's distancing you receiving love or perceived love from someone else, a particular one person. It feels like a partner. May not be a husband or a spouse, but just like a partner. And about 3 months from now, you're going to get through everything. It's just taking a little bit to walk through it. There are places that can help you. I'm also hearing clothing. So I don't know if you're needing more clothing, or maybe sometimes clothing is what you wear emotionally. You can clothe yourself with anger, love, fear, that kind of thing. So that's the message I'm having for you, is to know that in about 3 months, this is all going to straighten out. So no worries. Sarah, you're welcome. Tracy wants to know, we are doing something exciting this weekend. Are we doing the right thing? Tracy, you know better than to ask questions like that. If you're doing something exciting, don't tell and close the door. A little laughter in each and every show. So whatever you're doing exciting this weekend, I'm getting that there's a lack of feeling secure in that choice, but this choice that you're making will bring more security in your life. It's going to take 4 years for it to come into total and complete fruition. So let's say that you bought that you're going to buy a boat this weekend and you're not sure if you should get it because, it needs to be fixed up or it needs to be touched up. It might take you a while to get in the full swing of whatever you're doing, but starting it this weekend is a fantastic choice, and it'll be slow going for a little bit and it'll speed up, and by the time 4 years has hit, which you know how fast that goes, you'll be standing in a great place. So I hope that answers your question. Brenda Kimbrell. Brenda, you must be magical because I just dropped my pendulum. Hold on. Brenda, you are a magical girl. Not only did I drop my pendulum, but my my camera shifted. All right, let's see what we've got for you. Brenda. Okay, Brenda, I'd like for you to recognize that your health, your physical health, is being directly affected by your work, okay? Maybe too stressed out, maybe the environment you're in. If you're like in retail, there's fumes that come up off the clothes. We don't think about it, but there's definitely something not right there. So check yourself and maybe shift into a different department. If it could be you're in air conditioning and there's mold in the vents, something is not right. So check that out. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. Okay, before I go on, a few more questions, and then I'm going to just take a few more because I've been on here an hour already. This is awesome. I'm so excited everybody showed up, and I do try to get to each and every person. And before I do, there's some opportunities coming up to work with me. So if you would like to come check me out in person, I will be at the Crowne Plaza Denver Airport Convention Center this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo. On my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com. By tomorrow, I will post the name of the center and I will post the times there, so it'll be easy and effortless for you to find it. It does cost, I believe, $8 to get in the door, so I'm not sure if they're taking cash or not this year. If you want to have a little 20-minute session with me to get a taste of what that's like, it's $25 for a 20-minute session. Normally, I get twice to 3 times that in my private practice, so this is a great chance if you're wanting to get out, been feeling locked up at home and want to come out, even if you don't sit with me at the fair and have a reading, at least wave when you go by or throw me a kiss or something, bring me a bottle of water. People who've been with me a while know about that. And then congratulations again to all the Spiritual Awakening Academy first graduates, my inaugural class. I was so super excited. Beautiful, beautiful people that are now have learned to dowse, and they're learning to work with Akashic records, and they know how to yield their or wield their own energy, you know, so that energy vampires aren't plugging into them all the time, feeling drained all the time. They now are empowered. They have the knowledge, they have the wisdom, they have the understanding, and they're taking steps forward to change this world and bring it more into the light. So congratulations to all of my Academy winners, Academy graduates. It's been a day. And you, my beautifuls, we'll be sending out certificates next week. I got them ordered and they're just lovely, and I'll even show one or two maybe here next Tuesday. And any of you that are empaths or highly sensitive people and you're feeling right now this dread, or you're feeling like your energy's being drained, or you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're seeing the boogeyman, you know, in the closet, or feeling just dread, I'd like for you to check out the Spiritual Awakening Academy, and that too will have links ready tomorrow for you to sign up, or you can always message me if you want to know more about it and you're not quite sure yet. Then another way to work with me is tomorrow is, 2 days. This Thursday at For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver. I will be doing sessions there. You can do half hours or hour sessions there, and we can talk to your ancestors more directly, get more unique and specific details just for you and on your ascension. And you can book an appointment there, 303-964-9339. And that's For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver, or you can drop by there and just wave to me in between sessions, maybe if you want to talk there. Okay, like I said, I had some housekeeping to get done, and now we're going to go on. And where did we leave off? Did we leave off with Brenda, I think. Brenda, just okay, this is Brenda Kimbrough. There seems to be some challenges with your family life around work. And it feels like the connection in the family is not as smooth as it could be loving. I mean, we could say that about any family, but it feels like it's not something from COVID, you know, and having to be quarantined. But they're telling me that you have, like me, an infectious laugh, and you have a beautiful spirit, and you can use your beautiful power to bring the family back to a more centered position. Just be diligent and pray, ask God's Spirit or Source for the information to do that, and as we move forward. All right. Hi, Joelle. Nice to see you. Natasha, this is my first time. I was wondering if there's anything my angels have to say for me. Well, no. Nahali. I'm sorry, Nahali. Let me see if there's anything for you, and welcome aboard. I'm so glad to have you. I hope you'll come back and join us on other Tuesday nights. You can always go here in the Facebook feed and see what I'm going to be speaking about or sharing. So what I'm getting for you is that there is a potential person to be in love with more than you've ever been with anybody else. It seems very clear to me that love is on your horizon, which, you know, any psychic or medium could kind of say that. But it's about 2 to 3 months, and it's somebody that you already know. Somebody you may not have known had feelings for you, and they're going to show up and let you know. So just be ready for that. That's pretty exciting. And Nahali, I hope you'll come back and see us again. Thank you for coming. Kristen, good to see you. Where am I going in life? Oh, Kristen. If you're still here waiting on me to answer, would you give me a thumbs up? I want to make sure you're still here before I answer your question of where are you going in your life. So I'm going to give her just a second to put a thumbs up, make sure she's still here. And, oh, she is here. Okay, Kristen. All right, Kristen, you are the most gorgeous person. It says, where am I going in life? Kristen, if I had that answer for every single person on this planet, girl, I would be rich. So, after a degree or minor in Eastern wisdoms, having read a lot of philosophers, spiritual leaders, you know, great ascended people, I'm going to answer your question, Kristen. And I'm very serious about this. You are going in life wherever you set your direction in your heart. That's where you're going. Would you like to be successful? Then set your heart in that direction in whatever you choose to succeed in. Ask for help when you need it. Seek help when you need it, no matter what it is, and keep your focus set on what your desired outcome is. Yes, God, Spirit, or Source has a plan for you, but only you truly know where you're going in this life. And that goes for everybody. We're all born with gifts, every single person. We're all born with a beautiful soul, every single person. And we're born into the right time, in the right place, and to the right parents, although sometimes I wonder. To the right families. And it's up to us to take all those pieces and put them together and create the life that we desire. So, Kristen, there are people that were born into very awful circumstances and come out the other side just fine. Write a book about it, sometimes a movie. And there's other people that struggle and struggle and struggle their whole lives, and nobody even knows their name when they die. So, my dear, where do you desire to go? What's in your heart? Once you find that, you steer your ship and don't look back. If you make a mistake, apologize to the people that you've hurt, learn from your mistakes, and move forward. Don't let anything stop you, okay? Just don't do anything illegal or anything will hurt yourself or others. Okay? Big kisses to you, Kristen. Thanks for the question. All right, Carol. Carol says she always watches me. Carol, thank you. I'll do my best to live up to that. Let's see. Anything for you? Carol, I feel like your back, the right side of your back is a little bit off. Your spine is just a little twisted. Feels like you bent over to pick something up. You weren't at the right angle. Also, your car seat is not aligned perfectly. So if you know anybody that can line that up for you. I mean, I haven't looked under a car seat in quite a while. In the old days, you used to could take a ratchet and tighten it, but there's something not quite right there for you. So please go and get that looked after. And your guides say you're going to have a beautiful Christmas this year. I don't know what it is you desire, if you want to travel, see people. I'm not sure, but they say your Christmas is going to be beautiful this year. And not to worry about the things that you see because of the pandemic, because everything's going to go around and work through you. So it's like, here's everything coming, and it's just going to fold around you like water off a duck's back. So that's it. Something about purple. I don't know if you like to wear purple, or I see you put a purple heart here, but purple is a good color for you, but it also is about your spiritual royalty. All right, Lauren, thank you so much. Jill, you're welcome. Evelyn, what are you doing? She says hi from Puerto Rico. Hi, beautiful. What are you doing? How's the weather over there? Is it beautiful? You know, I know it's fall, but I'm not sure if it's fall over there in Puerto Rico, but so much thank you for joining. And Douglas, hi, Douglas. Good to see you. Let's see. Julie says, is there anything for me? Oh, no, sorry. Julie says, hi, anything out there for me? Julie, I don't know if you have a family or if you are desiring to get married or cohabitate and have a family, but anything out there for you, what I'm getting is family. I'm hearing not to worry about a job, there's always work for you, that you're qualified, highly qualified. So whatever it is that you're doing, you might shoot just a little bit above that. And private message me with more details, because that's the brief that I'm getting, but I know there's more to it than that. So maybe you can go to toolsofenergyprotection.com, click on personal sessions, go down to coffee chat, and pick out a time that we could talk for about 20 minutes. It's free, so there's no charge for it, but it would give me a chance to look more into it and just remind me that we met here talking about this. You're welcome, Kelly. Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. Nice to see you. I'm so glad that you joined. And Loretta, thank you. Let's see. Jolynn wanted guidance on her career. Let's see if I can get this pretty quickly. Whatever you're doing, Jolynn, what I'm hearing in my head is it's not for you, not at this time. So there's some part of your job that doesn't honor you. I don't know if you have to make really tough decisions or, sign off on different things that maybe you don't desire to, but there's something there that would be happier for you. Don't be afraid to look, because whatever you're really wanting to do is just right around that next corner. And don't worry about, how many they say in the news are employed or unemployed or whatever. Just keep going, because you're doing the right thing. You've just got to push a little bit harder. Stay where you're at, but push for looking. Okay. Kristen says, please let us know if you come to Texas. Okay. I will. That's funny. Let's see here. Oh, Polly says, absolutely spot on. Good. Yes, Stacy, you do. You like to share my secrets. I love you. Hi, Melina. Michelle Pepper says, how is my health? I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Michelle. Okay, just a second, Michelle. If you're still with me, can you give me a thumbs up? Let me know you're still there. If any of you are waiting on answers and I don't ever get to them on a thing like this, you can always come back and watch the replays. Oh, good. Okay, Michelle's give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, so Michelle, you're going to make me blush. Well, people can't actually make you blush, but I'm going to blush about what I'm about to tell you. So Michelle Pepper, I believe the last name is, about your health, what I'm getting is there are certain parts of the female body that have to function in order to couple with a man, if you know what I mean. And what I'm getting is that the chemical balance down there is out. So you might be getting more yeast infections. I don't mean to be gross about it, but the chemistry of your body isn't right. And it's not anything to go running to the doctor about or a naturopath about. It's just about finding out what the pH in your body is. So you can get pH testing strips fairly easily. You can pee on them, or you can, put spit on them. And then on the package, it'll have a thing for you to match up and tell you where your body is in pH balance or not. And then you can do some searches on the internet to how to get it back in balance. But that's what's going on with your health. It's also causing aches and pains, and I hear aches and pains more in the elbows. And that also has to do with not getting enough water. So I hope that helps you out. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope to see you again. Kelly, you're welcome. Says, I was wondering if my angels have a message about what job would be good for me to apply for. I'm hearing personal assistant. Like working for a business person who needs that right hand woman That's what they're saying, is you're more in that category of working with just one person continuously than seeking many. It's time for you to shore up and just be singular in your relationship with whoever you're working for. Medicine doesn't seem like a good category. Almost feels like some kind of retail, but more like somebody who's selling on Etsy or something, you know, where they have a lot of stuff posted and they need help keeping track of sales. So that's what I'm getting for you. Susie, oh, she says, yeah, bank. Must have been right spot on. Thank you, Susie. Let's see. We have a new last name. Now got married. Woohoo! Kirsten, you go. That's awesome. My question is, Kirsten, did you take his name or did he take yours? More comedy. All right. Let's see. Evelyn Santos. So hopefully I'm running out of questions here soon because I've just been on a while. Takes a lot to listen to angels and guides and ancestors. Evelyn, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Evelyn, I'm hearing that they're saying that your food choices need to be checked, because you said here, do angels have messages for me or my family? And Evelyn, what I'm getting is that whatever the family's eating, it's not for their highest good. So it's about food choices, and the food choice is going to help the health. They're also talking about having the family eat together as often as possible. I know in the old days they used to have a tradition of eating Sunday meals together, but it's like you need a during the week and a weekend meal to pull the family together. If that's not possible because of physical location, perhaps doing a FaceTime would be really good. It feels like your career is going to shift in about 2 months, and you're going to get an opportunity, and if you take it, you'll see a pay increase. So I hope that works for you. Nahali, all she says is So either what I was telling you was spot on or it was thumbs down. So you'll have to make another comment, Nahali, so I can help you find out what you're doing there. And Evelyn says first time and loved it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is my passion. It's what I love to do, but I always like to hear back. Lauren, hi. And haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. What have we got going on for you? So what I'm hearing is the word children, and I'm also hearing love and affection. So it sounds like you have got a beautiful future, embracing, loving your child or children. Feels like you need some more lemon in your water. So you might want to look up the properties of lemon. Why is it good to have it? There's also some they say the word back street. So I'm not sure what back street means to you, but it just feels like there's somebody talking about you in the community that's not positive. They're not backstabbing you, but they're trying to circumvent you. Not sure what that's all about, but that's what I'm getting. Thank you for coming tonight. Nahali says, do my angels have anything to say for me? One moment. They're saying that they walk with you. I can actually feel them standing behind me now, getting the goose pimples, confirmation pimples. So I don't know if, Nahali, I don't know if you're not aware that your angels walk with you everywhere you go, or if you've been asking for protection, but they're right there. I get goose pimple confirmation. I know they're right there. They're also talking about places that you go not being safe, so not being able to talk to you. I don't know if you're going places like after dark that are not safe for you, or if you're going places that maybe have COVID people in them. I don't know, but just watch where you go. They're just say places you're going aren't safe. So be careful what your choices are, and maybe reach out to me privately. All right, Bruiser, I'm in the process of trying to make a rather big life change career-wise. Any insights from my guides on this? Bruiser, glad to have you aboard. So glad you joined and asked a question, and thank you for waiting. Okay, so this career life change, the change you're making, the guides say this is a very good benefit for you. It's like out of 100. If 100 was a perfect transition for you, they're saying that you're about at 87. Okay, so you're right about 87% in what you're doing. They say you're going to have a few hiccups. Once you start making the transition, there's going to be a few hiccups over the next several weeks. And that if you walk through them with stride and hold yourself really high, you know, straight back, and know that you're doing right, stay in integrity, you're going to do okay. You're going to do better than okay. They said it's going to feel a little off for a while, you know, because you've been doing this for so long, but you can do whatever it is that you're leaning towards. You have the capability, you have the intelligence, and you have the chutzpah. You go, Bruiser. Let me know how it goes, please. Send me a message here on Facebook and the Messenger and let me know how it goes. Kirsten says, as far as I know, I don't have any Native Americans in my ancestry. That's interesting. Yes, I get it. Every once in a while, we'll have that in our ancestry physiologically in our DNA. And I've heard people that'll send their DNA off to Ancestry.com and they find out, you know, it's a quarter or half or whatever. If not, that would be in your spiritual DNA. So sometimes, you know, we live more than one life, and you may have had that lifetime with Native American ancestry. And when, you know, you chose to reincarnate, you brought some of that spirit with you, having had that ancestry. So that's another possibility. So thank you for the response, though. Thank you. Macria says, any messages you have for me? All I hear in my head for you over and over is peace, peace, peace. So be at peace. If you've been upset about something, if you're fretting or worrying, your thoughts are just kind of going over in your head, your guides are saying to be at peace. They say that's it. There's nothing else. Just be at peace. Oh, they said check your car tires. They need a little bit more air in them before the winter. And Jolynn says, thank you. Maclita says 100% spot on. Thank you so much. Must have been something I said earlier. Malena says, I know I'm late, but is there anything my angels are trying to tell me? Malena, I'll do my best to stay and take as many questions as I can. So hold on a minute. And let me see, just a moment. So what I hear, Malena, for you is I hear the word over and over again, school, school, school. So you'll have to help me out with this. That either means it's time for you to consider getting some more education in whatever you're doing for your work. Could be a vocation education, could be Udemy, you know, anything like that. And it could be having your kids home and you're having to homeschool them. But that's the primary thing to straighten out in your life, to align yourself with, and breathe and have patience. Your guides say you're not having much patience lately in that one area, not your whole life, just this one area. So Brenda says, thank you. Judy, hello, Judy. Brandy, I hope you're feeling better. Let's see here. Brandy says, will love life be less rocky soon? Yes, but you have to let go. You have to let go. If you are not resonating 100% with what's happening, you've got to let go and open your energetic door for other opportunities. So anyway, I hope you're feeling better. Kristen, hey, how you doing? Let's see here. Oh, you are still here. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm scrolling down, trying to get all these. Thank you, Stacy, for that. Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea, it might be sooner rather than later for us to get together and have you do more work. Carol, good to see you. You're welcome. Julie, you're welcome. Jill, you're welcome. Kelly, you're welcome. Kelly, okay. Kelly says, when will I be at the bookstore? So here's my infomercial, if you will. Thursday, this coming up Thursday, I will be at the bookstore at For Heaven's Sake Books in Denver. And I'm there usually 11 to 5. If you need an earlier or a later appointment, just call the store, 303-964-9339, and tell them you'd like to book on Deanna's schedule, and they'll get you right in. Then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, today is 9/22/2020, I will be at the Crown Plaza Denver Airport Convention Center. It'll be easier for those of you flying your Learjet in to come see me, right? Oh, anyway. But I will be there for the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo. You can look that up too online, Body, Mind, Spirit Expo, Denver, Colorado. And it'll show you the different events that are going on. They're having some speakers, and I'll be speaking on Saturday. So make sure that you bring a mask and stuff, and it's $25 for 20 minutes for all of the readers. And be sure, and I'm not sure if people are just accepting credit cards or cash. I have no idea. I didn't look that far into it, but I will be there for those 3 days. So if you'd like to get in to see me and you want to pre-register a time, let me know. You can get a hold of me here on the messenger or on my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com. I'll get to you as fast as I can. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes, and the Spiritual Awakening Academy, I am opening it up again for registration in October, and that's when it starts anyway, and I'd like to get the page open for you to begin to register by the end of the week, so you can come on board with that. If you like, oh, yes, one more thing. I see that people are dropping down to just a few, but one more thing is the Sensitive Fight Club. I'm going to start talking about highly sensitive people, empaths, and narcissists, how they impact empaths over on the Sensitive Fight Club. So type up in Facebook, Sensitive Fight Club. Come on over, ask for a membership. We'll get you right in. Megan, nice to see you. Nahali, you're welcome. Megan says, this is my first time. Anything for my angels to say to me? Okay, Megan, if you're still on, can you give me a thumbs up? Because I'm sorry, it's just taken me a while to get to everybody. It was a very popular subject tonight. Okay, Megan, what I'm getting for you is that you're not being recognized in the love department either. So, oh, good, thumbs up. Whoever it is that you're in a relationship with, you're not being recognized for the love and the compassion that you're giving. So if you don't actually have a significant other, or it may be just a friend who you're compassionate to, that you give energy to, that you give time to. But what I'm getting is you are not being recognized for that affection or love that you're giving. And it could just be a friend, a close friend. So time to draw some boundaries and give yourself some space. And if you're giving too much, you have to step back a little bit. People like it when you give a lot. So if you give a little bit less, there's going to be a little pushback. But, when you draw boundaries, that's how it is. Thank you for joining me. Cherie, my darling, I hope you're still watching. It took me a while. You're asking me about a new opportunity, and is it the right direction? And the first answer I get right out of the gate is no. Feels like there's something better or different. Okay, let's see here. Melena says that she has no kids, but she'll have to figure it out. So it could be, kids that look up to you. It could be other kids, family members, something like that. So figure that one out. Let me know. I would love to hear. Like I said, when I'm doing this, I don't, it's not real time for responses. Shannon, great to have you join me. I so welcome you. Big hugs and kisses for coming. Brandy, yeah, always a roller coaster. Ready for a smooth ride. Rhonda says, have a good night. Brandy, have a good night. Thank you. Sharon, Ambrose, you say help. You've got to private message me if you say help, because I'm not sure what kind of help that you need. I'm more than happy to work with you and to get you the help that you desire if I can, or refer you to someone who can. And Nahali says, is there any reason for my anxiety? Nahali, if you are highly sensitive, if you feel things deeply, if you feel like you have energy vampires attached to you, then I'm going to ask that you go up here on Facebook and on the search engine type Sensitive Fight Club and become a part of that. I'll try to reach out to you myself later. Megan, is there a reason for your ADHD? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many things we can talk about in that arena. There's energy clearing that can be done. There's genetic recoding that can be done. But I'm going to call it a night because I am exhausted. And this is my passion and this is what I love to do. But I can only do it for so long before I fatigue. So please remember, for heaven's sakes, books. We're having the seance on Halloween night. There's only 6 tickets left. Who knows? Maybe they've already sold out by now. So please join me there if you would like to. Megan, you're trying to ask me another question. I'm going to lovingly ask that you honor me and my time by sending me a private message, or I'll try to send you one later. So if you see my name pop up in your Facebook Messenger, just accept and we'll chat a little bit there. So I thank you all very much. Big hugs and kisses. Hang in there. This is a dynamic time of change. We are all so blessed to be here at this time, although it sometimes doesn't feel like it. Anyway, big hugs and kisses. Love you all. And I will see you here on Tuesday night live, if not before. Bye-bye.